And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, November the 3rd, 2018. This is Season 12, Episode 40. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Matt.
Matt's here with us. Good to have you back, Matt.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah, if you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228, 334-272-9228. Check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at In-Game Chat. You can find us on Facebook there as well. You can find us anywhere you really need to look for us. Everyone at InGameChat.net is our email. And we are streaming on Twitch right now. Go to twitch.tv and you can just type in Game Chat. You'll be able to find us. You can go to our website and click on the link there. It'll take you right to it. So you can also chat live in the room there, the chat room, with everybody who is listening as well. So thank you very much. Let's quickly get this out of the way as we get started for today, episode 40.
Clap it.
Yeah. You can clap it. There we go. Done. Don't need it. I did a test of that the other night. I don't know if it was last week or the week before last. I can't remember what it was, but I was looking at the video and then the audio, and I had two different pieces of audio.
Mm-hmm.
I had the audio that is straight from what we're hearing right now, that records straight into the thing, and then I had the mix down, because what I do is I go through there and I cut them up into segments. Each segment is cut up into its own thing, and then I kind of fade them over each other so that the music in between fades into the next segment, and then we go right into it. So then I take the audio that generates, and I have another piece of audio that I can kind of move freely. There's audio that's attached to the clip, and then there's the audio that I have that I can move around and adjust. And so I was looking at the audio that comes directly, that is attached to the video, and I was seeing where the clap thing strikes and where the audio was on, where the seeker on the audio was. It was not at that point. It was either before it or it was after it. I can't remember. I think it was before, the strike had made. And so, so then I take that other piece of audio that I can move around and I line up where that's supposed to be at the time when that makes the connection. So, whatever. It's still off, but by just a little bit.
Okay.
I think you should purposely do that where, it's like a bad lip sync.
Oh, it looks horrible. I've seen it. Because I used to not have to worry about it. I thought it was doing fine. And then I would look at our videos sometime. I'd go back and look, and I was like, oh, God, that's off sync. Why does it get off sync? And I'd have to remind myself the next time I do this to kind of look at it and see where it gets off sync. And it's just off by a little bit. However,
just enough for the eye to detect?
It's enough for that to see that I think it actually gets worse as it goes through the show. It gets even more off sync. But
nice.
That piece of audio, once I can line it up with that one, it's set. So anyway, enough about that. Welcome to the show. We won't keep him waiting long. Let's just talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on, y'all?
Not much. You're in early today. What's going on?
Matt, I think you need to get out Fallout 76.
Nope.
I absolutely love it.
No.
Okay, so you're back, and I want to talk about Fallout 76.
Okay.
I do want to talk about Fallout 76 because you're back, and I actually specifically did not cover some things about it last week, and I was going to hold off again this week. I was going to hold off until you got back.
I'm back, baby.
I know you're back, and so I do want to talk about Fallout 76. You've been playing the beta, I guess, right, Chris?
Yes, and luckily the servers were up 20 minutes to 4. They're supposed to be up from 4 to 8 today, so I decided to check a little early, and me and a few other people then got in to play early. But whenever it's been down, when they're not scheduled sessions, I've been playing Red Dead, but I said if the servers were up 24/7, I'd rather be playing this Fallout than Red Dead.
He would rather be playing Fallout 76 than he would Red Dead.
And that's great, Chris. If you're enjoying it, awesome. I'm not going to poo on it for people who do like it. I've gotten past that stage of my life.
There you go.
I'm trying to get past that stage in my life.
Maybe for this. Maybe for Fallout 76.
It's not for me. Yeah. The feelings I have for this game, the fact that you say the servers were up no, I don't.
Well, no, that's for the beta.
I know for the beta.
That's
but
the beta.
When the game plays too,
Well, when the game plays too, the servers will be up. I mean, they might
But
go
the
down.
fact that you need servers for it, that's not Fallout to me. That's not the Fallout experience I want. I want to be the lone wanderer in the wasteland, the way I've always been the lone wanderer of the wasteland. To me, Fallout isn't about building your structures. It's not about, that Minecraftian, assemble a fort or whatever and like have people with you and attack another, players. It's about you as an individual lone survivor of a vault against the elements, against the wasteland, against the world. That's the Fallout I like. That's the Fallout I want. This one's just, it's not for me. It's for a lot of people, I'm assuming, and a lot of people are going to enjoy it, I hope. But I'm not going to be one of them.
I still have the feeling that this game is going to eventually degrade into a Grand Theft Auto 5 online griefer fest. That's my biggest concern about this game.
I have that feeling as well. I have that concern.
That's my biggest concern.
I do not want it. That's like when Red Dead 2 comes online with multiplayer. I'm not going to play it. That's not the game I want. I'm in my 40s now. I'm the old man playing games.
You've been in your 40s now for a little bit.
Okay, but I'm more in my 40s and closer to middle-age 40s.
I can get away with saying I'm in my 40s now.
You just dinged.
But
for me, I want...
A little bit.
I want, like, my multiplayer experience is something akin to Elite Dangerous. That's the kind of multiplayer experience I want, where it's not the griefing fest. It's, player communities getting together to form groups like the Fuel Rats that help each other out in the playing environment. I'm not really one for PvP.
Yeah.
That's just not my jams anymore, really. I enjoy players coming together for the benefit of all, and like enjoy, helping each other out. Like they have the East India Trading Company in Elite. Or the fuel, and these are just player groups that just like, hey, you need something, we have something, let's trade. I enjoy that. That's the kind of, and that's just where I'm at in my life. If other people want to play the Fallout and
in his 40s now,
if they want to get their nukes and just like blow everybody up, I'm like, haha, I just blew up your installation that you spent like 50 hours building. All right, fine, good for them, but I don't want to be a part of that. But if you're enjoying it, that's great, man. I mean, I want you to have a good experience in a game that you enjoy. It might not be the same game that I want to enjoy, but if anyone's out there, I'm like, I don't do sports games. I've never, with the exception of Virtua Tennis, I've never really enjoyed sports games. But people on the Madden or the NBA or the whatever, like RJ with your baseballs
MLB,
and the MLB,
the show. Yeah.
That's awesome. I want you to have a gaming experience that you truly enjoy, even if it's not something that I share the enjoyment in.
Yeah. Or like me with JRPGs. I gave them a shot.
It's not your stuff.
I gave them a shot, but it wasn't my jam.
Exactly. But I know people that would absolutely love every last one, and like I enjoy a good one.
If you got a beta code, would you play it?
Probably not. No, there's other. I have other things I want to play. I mean, I still need to do Assassin's Creed. I need more time in Red Dead. Get back at flying with Kevin. I picked up on Steam sale Hotline Miami 2. I'll enjoy that game. I'll play that. So, I mean, it's just right now, initially, from everything I've seen, especially like with the frame rate being tied to your movement speed being tied to frame rate and everything.
I think that's only on PC from what I've read. But
that's what I'm going to play it on.
From what I've seen so far, the multiplayer experience kind of similar to Destiny. Most of the people I've come across are friendly and have tried to join up with me, but the server had some issues, most likely due to my connection way out in the boonies here in the country.
Yeah, but
I've only met one griefer that was a complete snob, wanting to kill me and all. But
in Destiny, I didn't really enjoy the Crucible. I did it just because I had to do it, but it's not something like I got to play the Crucible. It's more like I got to play the Crucible. It
was the chore part of the game.
Yes.
For me,
I mean,
sounds like for you as well.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was all about Counter-Strike. I was all about, and I guess it's different. Like if you're playing with friends and against friends and people that like when we were playing Quake 2 together, and like with just a group of friends together, a LAN party, that is a wholly different experience than playing against random people on the internet who just inevitably make me feel like just the worst about humanity because I can't stand them. So
see how it ends up in the end, but most of the people, 99% of the people I've met have been friendly, and I wish I became somebody's friend when I teamed up with him, and we were having a blast just talking back and forth. And
I guess I just attracted jerks.
He got off playing Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. He was, jumping off of it to play this. But,
yeah. But I mean, you're enjoying it, right?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love to play. As long as the internet connection is good. I mean, you can go from area to area, and what the cool thing is, when you pull up the map, you can see where everybody is on the map. So you can go to areas that you've already been to before where there's nobody around, and there's different group events where everybody, decides to team up and take on an objective, like some of the little side quests and active events, kind of like in Destiny as well.
Okay.
So it does have some other aspects that they've taken from other games, and I've been having a blast with it.
And that's what counts, man.
Yeah.
As long as you're enjoying it, that's great.
Have at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
If if any other of y'all, Scott or RJ, if y'all wanted to come check it out, it's up tomorrow afternoon as well from 1 to 8. So.
Well, I was looking. This is why I was asking Matt if he had a beta code. Would he play it? Was because everybody who got into the beta is getting, I think, 2 or 3 beta codes to give out to friends.
Well, when does it end?
Tomorrow.
See, I got to work
At 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be at work. So for me, logistically even, it's not really feasible because,
it's going on today, from today until when does it stop tonight?
8 o'clock tonight, and it'll be from 1 to 8 o'clock tomorrow as well.
Right, 1 to 8 tomorrow, yeah.
So I'd have enough time to download it and then
really,
go to bed.
Essentially. Yeah, so if you're on PS4, you've got extra keys to give out to friends. If you're on PC, you've got extra keys to give out to friends. So that's what I was reading, was that Fallout 76 beta users get extra keys. So, all right, Chris, we appreciate you calling, man.
I wonder how you redeem them, because I haven't heard anything about what you just mentioned.
They're under your Blizzard account. Not Blizzard. Your Bethesda account thing.
Oh, so you have to go through it.
I want to say that. Let me look here real quick to see. All Beta 76... Bethesda makes one last-ditch effort to get you and your people around. Bethesda has given all Fallout 76 beta testers 3 additional codes to hand out. They're sitting in your Bethesda.net account under transaction history.
Well, you want me to send you one then, Scott?
You can. I don't know if I'll get a chance to, other than tomorrow maybe. Let it download overnight or something. But sure, you can if you'd like, yeah.
Yeah, I can give one to you. I can give one to my other buddy, Mason, RJ's old friend, and I don't know if he'll ever have time to play it, but I plan on getting it for Christmas for my buddy Mason. I'm going to give it to him early as a Christmas gift and let him start getting in there whenever he has a moment. But yeah, I've been having pure bliss and really hadn't had no issue with anybody except for one time, and I've been playing it 13, 14 hours now.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's fine. But RJ, are you interested in the...
No, I'm going to bide my time and wait on this one, see how the final product pans out before making a decision on that.
Because I know you played 4 a good deal.
I played 4 a lot, yeah.
Yeah, if you like 4 in the base building, well, and the base building is pretty cool too. I kind of like that as well. But the little mobile device that you can build your bases with, you can go around the world and almost place them anywhere. And I found a little cliff on the side of the mountain that's kind of tucked away from everybody, and I just built my little base there, and it's kind of hidden out of the way. But it's got some different kicks for different people that like different things. But if you like the role playing adventures and the shooters like that, and hopefully if it turns out to be a good community where everybody doesn't become a pain in everybody else's rump, then it sounds like it's going to be a really fun game to play.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't see that happening, though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see that happening.
See, I got my fix for all that, in Wasteland 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that was done by Brian Fargo, the guy who did the original Fallout
and
everything. And so, yeah. I have other games that are attracting my eye right now.
Yeah.
Well, keep us posted on it, Chris, and thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon.
You
All
too.
right, take care now.
Enjoy the beta. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I don't know that I'll ever play it. I am immersed at the moment in both Destiny 2 and Red Dead and Spider-Man, trying to keep up with that too. So,
have you done any more in Spider-Man?
I've done a little bit more. I'm sort of just if I can put in just a little bit of Spider-Man every week, and I don't mean every day. I just mean a little. Like tonight, I'll go home and I'll edit the video, and then I'll sit down and I'll play a mission or two, or maybe wrap up some side quest in Spider-Man, advance it a little bit, and then I won't do it again until next week while I play more Red Dead. I'm trying to keep everything
in my mind. You're living like you're that the meme with the jealous girlfriend, with Arthur Morgan, you, and like Spider-Man looking at you, or
Oh no, nothing like that. I'm trying to keep. What I'm trying to do is it's either going to be Destiny 2 or Red Dead or Spider-Man, or if I can somehow keep them all three together, so that I can remember the control scheme for Spider-Man before I lose it.
Yeah.
What about pinball?
Pinball's flippers, man. I'm fine with pinball.
That's muscle memory.
That's something I'll never forget how to play.
Yeah.
No, but when's the last time you gave some time to it?
I haven't played pinball in a bit now, and I really need to because they got the Williams tables over on Pinball Effects 2 or 3 now.
I was thinking of along the lines of any contests you've been able
No,
to
I haven't done any
in.
tournaments. I have not done any tournaments, so yeah. But anyway, I'm wondering, should we take a break now? I think it sounds like probably a pretty good idea, which we should do. Want to remind you that the music that you hear in between the commercials here is brought to you by Quality Comics. They are located at 500 Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery, and they are the South's largest vintage comic dealer, but they don't just deal in comics. They've got collectibles as well of all kinds for you if it's concerning comic books and superheroes, TV shows, baseball, football, sports, all kinds of movies. It's all there for you. And you can check it out at Quality Comics. They have a store on eBay as well. Check them out at qualitycomics.com. That's comics with an X. And on Facebook at Montgomery Quality Comics. Coming up next, we will go over what we've all played. We will talk some Red Dead. I want to talk some Fallout 76 as well. Mainly not good news that I've heard from it. But then again, you get calls like that. So you hear a lot of bad things, but then you get calls like that where he's loving it more than he is Red Dead.
Just enjoy it, then
And I believe Sarah's really enjoying it as well.
And that's fine if people like.
I think she's out doing it because I invited her on the show today, but I think she's out doing something today. But if she is listening or has the chance to call in and talk about 76, we would love to hear from her as well. So plenty of stuff to come up. We got lots of news as well, even though there may be little small things, plenty to talk about. So we'll be back in just a bit. All the music here, I can't really do a contest on it because we've been stuck in Halloween mode for an entire month that we've missed out on a lot of new releases.
I think the theme for this is ketchup.
It really kind of is. So here is music from Forza Horizon 4. It's the main menu music here. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. Music here, brought to you by Quality Comics, located on the Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Yeah, the South's largest vintage comic dealer, which you can see a lot of those vintage comics at their website. But, excuse me, if you want to get a look at some of the other things they have, check out their store on eBay. Go to their website, qualitycomics with an X.com. You can also check out a lot of stuff at Montgomery Quality Comics. You want to give them a call? You can. It is 1-800-548-3314. Or if you're local, 272-1787 for Quality Comics. This is music from another October release. Early October, I believe. Is this ringing a bell for you at all, RJ? Think you might have been interested, but maybe not?
No, I was in the chat room. So what was...
Oh, the music. Yeah.
No.
Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise.
Okay.
Is the name of the game. Menu music, I believe, is what this is.
Mm-hmm. I know a couple of people playing that, actually.
I saw the original movie once, years and years and years ago.
Before or after U.S. censorship?
It was on VHS tape, so I'm guessing after.
Okay, so you had the nice little magnet up against the TV type censorship when something violent happened?
I don't remember. I mean, this is like when I was in my teens.
Did you see body parts blow up?
Maybe.
No.
I'll take that as a no. Yeah.
I mean, it was an okay anime. It wasn't my favorite by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the effect on me as something like Akira did, which that to me is more groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
But Fist of the North Star, sure, whatever.
What have we all been playing? I'll start with you, RJ. What have you been playing this week?
Playing a little bit of Street Fighter V. It's been a long time since I went back into it, actually.
Yeah.
So I had to wait for some updates and things like that. So I was looking at some folks on Capcom Fighters Network, seeing how everyone else has been progressing points-wise.
Yeah.
I'm still in the Ultra Silver rank. I'm a little whiles away from Gold, so it's going to be a little grind before I even get there. But meanwhile, everyone else is at Diamond, Platinum, Grandmaster, Ultimate Grandmaster, things like that.
Because it's been a while.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get there anytime soon. But it's the process. You're supposed to enjoy it when you do it, and that's what I do in all the fighting games. Played a little bit more of Soul Calibur 6. Finally was able to wean myself out of character creation mode, which is what a lot of people are spending their time in. Played some online match, and I think
Is it that involved?
Well,
or just really,
it's fun.
Really
fun. It was fun to do for me, but a lot of people are getting in there for fun, of course. But then some people are getting in there just to be a little.
How crazy can I get with this character?
Yeah, they're putting some things on there that Namco didn't intend, that they're trying to ban people for now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some uncomfortable looking models that people have been putting out there for gamer consumption. I'll just put it that way. Played a little bit of online battles, and I think I inadvertently ticked someone off because I couldn't get a rematch with a player.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes, of course, some folks rage quit in some games, things like that. It just happens, especially in fighters or anything competitive. So I think I may have got a couple of rage quits while I was playing Soul Calibur 6 this week. Other than that, I also played a little bit of Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition, which came out recently. They updated the new game that came out a while back ago. They put a lot of new different characters in there. Instead of the first run, it was basically body types were like robots, orcs, mutated humans, and skeletons. And now they have demons and werewolves as part of your roster. You can make and build as you go along in Dynasty mode, which is a mode where you have to build the team from the bottom of the depths and bring them up to Mayhem Bowl status, basically win a championship within 3 years. Yeah. So play your games, build your roster, EXP, build up your players and things of that nature and build it up. And something else I noticed about the game was I didn't realize how much of a in-depth tutorial it was. I mean, it was made so that if you knew absolutely nothing about football, it would teach you the basics of the game and how to know what you're doing when you're picking plays and what formation to set up and what to do in given situations and things of that nature. So it was a pretty good update from what I picked up a while back. That's pretty much all I played this week.
All right. Matt, what about you?
So I've been trying to play a little Elite Dangerous with Kevin, but that just did not work out.
Oh, okay. Why did that not work out?
Between my
Just the schedule-wise? Okay.
just everything going on. Yeah, I've been crazy. Mainly I've been playing Job Hunter 2018, it seems like.
That's a hard one.
It's a tough one, but,
Yeah.
I think I may have, leveled up in that one. I was doing Assassin's Creed since last we talked, and really, really, really enjoying Odyssey. Just running around ancient Greece, having a fun time in that. But then the Wild West called, and that has been consuming my, like, if I'm doing anything on a game, ever since Red Dead came out, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the things that, like just the random happenstances that you, like, stumble across in that game, or just, the different places, I just really enjoying it.
I am not very... What chapter are you on?
I'm just in Chapter 2.
I'm in Chapter 2 as well,
But
early into Chapter 2.
To me, it's, I have that same problem.
Chapter 2 is where it opens up, right? Chapter
Yes.
2 is where
Chapter
you have
2
the
is
freedom to do whatever you need to.
And that's what happens is, like, they're like, oh, here's the map. And I'm like, okay, I see the quest icons over here. I'm going to go in this opposite direction. See you, chumps.
I actually went towards the quest icons mostly because
I've done a few of them.
they were in some grayed out areas of the map, and I just thought, let's go over there and kind of do that. I wouldn't do the mission that was there, but more of the map would open up and it'd be like, hey, let's go see what's even further this way. So,
I've been doing challenges and hunting legendary animals.
Okay.
And just
I haven't gotten any
kind of
I haven't gotten any kind of prompt to hunt legendary animals, or can you just do
It
that?
starts with in the camp. And this is, not quite spoilery because it's
No,
like
that's fine.
early on. But like when you're in Dutch's camp, one of the early missions, when you talk to, I forget the old guy's name, but he'll like, hey, let's go hunting.
Okay.
And that's when you go out sort of northeast of where you're at, and you'll meet up with like a legendary bear, and he gives you this map of like legendary animals across the.
The bear gives you the map?
No,
Okay.
the guy you're with.
All right.
And from there, you could like, oh, hey, I know I need to go. I would suggest doing the legendary animals, when you can, because when you kill them, you could get you could go to a fence and craft items that will help out your stats, like gun degrade 10% less, or you get more health, or more stamina, or your horse gets better health, or stuff like that. So it gives you the talismans that help out in the game.
All of the animals that are legendary, they're all like dangerous hunts, or just is like Fallout. Any enemy could be considered legendary at any given time.
No, it's specific.
Specific.
You'll have a specific like legendary moose, or a legendary bear, a legendary. It's like one specific animal.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying dangerous hunt, so it's like so it's any animal.
Well, I mean, they're different. I think there's like 17 different legendary animals across the map.
Okay.
And each one's a different, like, when you're in this area, it says, hey, there's a legendary animal in this area, and you look at your map, I'm like, oh, it's the legendary, fox.
Okay.
And, it's different than all the other foxes, because you have 3 different pelt values. You have, like poor, which is like 1 star, good, which is 2, and perfect, which is 3. And depending on which weapon you're using, for hunting just normal animals, like it'll tell you, like when you study them, like to get the perfect pelt, you need to use like this kind of weapon with this, maybe like a bow with an improved arrow. Or
I've been studying animals left and right, but I haven't actually started reading the compendium that I get from them.
When it says information, that's when if you like, are you on the PS4?
I'm on the Xbox.
Okay, for me it's like
You weren't here
no, I was not.
last week, and I didn't give you I don't know if you listened last week.
No, I was in Birmingham.
The situation that I ran into was I was going to get it on PS4. I was going to get it digitally and get the ultimate version, whatever it was, the digital version. And I was fine with doing that. I bought it. I woke up the next morning and I saw all the comparison videos. And all the Digital Foundry did a thing saying, here's which one it runs better on and which one it looks better on. And it turns out the Xbox One X was performing better than the PS4 version.
Okay.
So I reached out to Amazon thinking there's no way that they're going to refund my money on a digital purchase.
Yeah.
They just don't do that. But sure enough, they did.
Okay.
They refunded my purchase. That night, I'm about to once I cleared it with them that they had actually refunded, because I never got an email notification, which I finally did get, but I never got an email notification saying, "Hey, everything's good. You've refunded the money. We're fine." Once I got that, once I felt confident that it actually happened, I talked to them like 3 times throughout the day, getting it fixed. It was 8:30 at night, and I'm online, and I'm about to order it off of Amazon, the digital version of the Xbox One version. And I remembered that GameStop was going to be opening up at 9 on Thursday night so that you can go there and get it and buy it. And I thought, so I looked at that, and I remember that GameStop is the only one that has the Steelbook version. They're the exclusive retailers of the Steelbook version, but it's also the $99 version, which is exactly the same one I was about to pick up.
So I got the $79.
Yeah. The price was not going to be any different.
Okay.
From if I bought it online digitally or if I had gone to the store and picked it up. There was no difference in price, and I thought, well, at least I can get a free Steelbook out of it. So
that's what you did?
I went to the store that night and I bought it. I had never seen GameStop be that busy for a video game release. Console release, it's been busy, and not even, I don't think, that busy for a console release, because some people get it. You know, some people are there to pick up an Xbox, some people are to not, you know what I'm saying? They wait for the PS4. Not everybody gets both. So, but this is a game that was coming out on both systems, and I was floored with how busy that place was at 9 o'clock at night on a Thursday.
Yeah, we mentioned that it was almost fire marshal violation territory.
It was unreal. The parking lot was flooded with cars. I had never seen that before. It's been a long time since I've gone to do... First off, they do midnight releases, and I just don't do that. It's too late. I can't do it. But this was a 9 o'clock, we're releasing the game.
That's early enough where, like, all right, I can do this and go to bed.
Well, from where it was from my house, it's just a drive down, pick up, do that. So, and I did, and so now I'm playing on the Xbox version, which is what I'm saying. So, sorry, long sidetrack to repeat something I did last week just to get you caught up.
So, have you done much hunting?
No, I did the hunting that they told me to do in the game, which is when you stalk the deer at the beginning of the game. But I haven't done any more. I'll tell you where I'm at. All right. I got to chapter 2.
Yeah.
I rode into town bringing the women with me.
Okay, to Valentine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rode into town there, and then when I got done with that mission, I had to chase down somebody who said he saw me in Blackwater.
Yes.
On some other dude's horse.
Yes.
So I chased him down. Walked around the.
Did you let him drop, or did you save him?
I saved him.
Okay.
I'm going. Look,
I would suggest, just personally, there are definite benefits for not being the worst in this game.
There are,
like, tangible benefits.
Yeah.
Is this that honor system? I think.
Like, you could be bad, you could be good, and sometimes I do like to, like, hide my identity and, like, rob people and stuff like that. But if, like, some random people comes out. I had one, just for instance, like one of the random encounters you get. I was just like roaming around through the woods, and I heard this guy screaming, and I went over there, and he's like, "A snake bit me," and I'm like, "All right," and like I had the option to like do nothing or help him, so I helped him, and like got sucked the snake poison out and everything, and that was that.
You get to get something free from the store, right?
Yes, I didn't know that, like, because it gives you like either a good or a bad in the honor the honor system or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I saw him like later on, and he was like, "Hey man, this is the dude that saved my life. Thanks, buddy, and everything. I'll tell you what, anything in the gun shop, it's on me. Your next purchase." And I'm like,
anything,
any gun. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm saving that for when I can get a sniper rifle for free.
Like there, Also, there's something. Someone found out that if you shot a dog, that's like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, you get a lot of bad karma for that one. I had to do that because the dog was like attacking me, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. The dog kept on attacking me. I'm like, all right, popped it, and like negative karma. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel bad now. Then I shot a cow.
All right.
Well, I mean, because like the hunting's good because unlike the first Red Dead, you need food in this game, and it's not really intrusive the way it does it. Like I noticed, like my Arthur Morgan is underweight because I'm just not eating nearly enough. But it's not annoying. Like the horse needs food, you need rest, all that kind of stuff. I like it.
So it's not as bad as a New Vegas's hardcore mode.
No,
is it? Okay,
not
yeah,
quite like
because
that.
that was tedious.
Your
having to deal
guns
with that.
degrade, but it's not terrible. It's not like 3 shots and like it's broke.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's a nose. You can see it starting to go down a little bit. And you just clean it off, and you're good to go again.
Mm-hmm.
I've been tracking, like I said, some of the different things like weapons. Just getting some of the different weapons in the game. I found a semi-auto shotgun, or some of the different encounters. I got a nice Lancaster rifle, or some of the different handguns. I found a two-bladed tomahawk, hatchet that you could throw, and I'm like, all right, this looks like fun. So,
Speaking of the honor system, I'm very curious if the code that I got from Amazon for my PS4 still works, even though I got it refunded. I do have a code. Just don't know if it works or not. I'm very curious about that.
really,
Yeah.
for the Xbox or for
No, the Xbox version I got a physical copy, but I bought the digital version from Amazon, so they sent me a code, and then they refunded me the money because I said I didn't want that version.
Is it which platform did you buy?
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Speaking of honor system,
That's an interesting. I'm more curious on if it would work, not necessarily like honor system. I'm just more like, I wonder
but why?
why would it work.
No. I'm saying why would you be curious if it worked if you're so.
I'm
The whole situation.
I'm morally gray.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm kind of there with you.
If we just brass tacks it, I'm morally gray.
I'm kind of there with you. I'm really curious if it works or not. But at the same time, it's been over a week now, and I still haven't redeemed the code. So
I like what Dee says.
pay attention to the name of the game. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Redeem the code. I understand. I get it. Where I am in the game is once I caught up with dude and saved his life from falling off the cliff.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I'm still on this horse that is not mine.
All right.
So I walk back. I ride the horse back into town where I picked it up. The guy, whoever that is not there. I get off the horse. I'm walking around the town. I'm greeting everybody. I walk into a bar. There's this guy who wants me to track down sharpshooters or what do they call them?
Bounty hunters?
No, they're not bounty hunters. It's this journalist who's talking to a gunslinger.
Oh
Who's
yeah, the
drunk on the
gunslingers.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do those.
Yeah, I know. I plan to. I just picked it up this morning. Seriously, this morning before we came to the station here, I did it. So I picked that up and I walk back out into the city, and I really don't know what to do because I don't want to take this horse back to camp. It's not my horse.
Sell it.
It's still not my horse.
The money will be yours.
Well, what's interesting is that
You're an outlaw. Sell it.
what's interesting is that I see the horse on the map, and I walk towards him enough to where my whistle can get him to come towards me.
Yeah, now you have 2 horses.
Yeah, well, no, my other horse is back at the camp.
Okay.
Way back at the camp. He can't hear me at all, but this horse did, and I get on him, and I see on the map, I see Companion. I was like, what is Companion? So I take the horse back into town, and sure enough, it's Old Boy who I took the horse from.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hey, you did say you were just going to borrow it. Thanks so much. I got off and I gave him the horse back. So now I'm in Valentine without a horse. And my camp is way down there, and I can't do anything. What's interesting, I was on the horse, by the way. And this drunk guy was walking through the town, and he's like, which way is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I live something. And I offered to help him out, like, in the directions of where to go. And all I do was like, hey, yeah, you just go this way. You're on the right track. That's it. Minutes later, I am now without a horse, and I'm just walking through the town, and I go through some alleys, and I eventually come around, and there's Old Boy knocking on his house trying to get inside. And his wife's all yelling at him, like, you're drunk again. You're going to sleep it off out there. You're doing this. And he's all like, meh.
See, I haven't had that experience. That's
Then he
awesome.
throws up and lays down on the porch and goes to sleep. And I thought, this is great. Around the corner, I just told him where to go. Here he is. He's doing his thing. Then I set the waypoint for my camp. What's it called? Not horseshoe.
Yeah.
Something. I can't remember what it's called. They're your camp that you start with.
Duchess
in
camp.
Yeah. It's a good ways from Valentine on foot.
Yes, it is.
But I start the trek on foot, going back. And so I'm walking back, and I see these buzzards circling over near the railroad tracks as I first do it, and it's starting to get dark. And I'm like, whatever. Let's go check out and see what this is. And so as I walk over there,
I think I might know it.
You know what it was, right?
Yes.
This
Hanging dude.
He wasn't hanging. I mean, because he didn't have a head.
He was hung up.
He didn't have a head. He was strung up by his arms.
Yes,
and
it's a torso.
He was dissected or disemboweled, I guess. He had nothing. It was just a torso and his arms. There was no head. There was nothing below.
Oh,
yeah.
So this looks like one of those Raiders setups from Fallout.
Well, no, it's like I get there, and on the side of the rocks it says something like, "Look upon my works."
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? And there's nothing else around to tell me anything about it. So
there is.
There wasn't anything there. There was nothing.
There is.
Go back to it and see if there's something.
Is it because did you not see something because it was dark? Because you said it was dark when you got there.
It was.
Right?
I took a picture of it, but yeah, it was.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Where? In the vicinity? I swear I looked around
on the
there.
bridge.
It's on the bridge.
Yeah.
On top of the bridge?
No, right.
I walked under around that thing. I looked all around.
Going during the daytime, it's obvious when you see it. You're like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that leads. I did the whole thing. That leads to a thing.
Oh, okay.
And I did.
So
the
it's
thing.
a quest. It's a little pickup.
It's a
good
side.
Little side mission.
Yeah, it's a side. Like, ooh.
Okay, sure. But I thought, you know what? I don't think I would have ever seen this if I was not walking back on my horse. I'd have just.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Just random, like, oh, hey, what's this? I found I found a house out in the middle of the woods where a meteorite went through the roof and like killed everybody inside. They're all like, just and like you can pick up the meteorite. I'm like, well, that's random.
That meteorite, while you have it in your inventory, gives
Yes.
you a decrease of heat stroke, I guess.
Does it?
You know, in warmer temperatures, it reduces the
Heat
effects.
resistance.
Yeah,
Heat resistance.
it gives you heat resistance by like 10%.
So, have you heard that there's a legendary mount in the game, a legendary horse?
Yeah.
Out, because you can go back into the snow of the Northwest where you originally started the game. You can go back out there, and out there is a legendary Arabian horse. It's the fastest horse in the game, and so I went down, I tracked it, and you had to like, hey, hold on, hey, buddy, like it runs away, and you chased it for a good 10 minutes. It felt like until I finally got to where I could tame it and like ride it. And it's this beautiful white horse. And so I took it into the stable where you could like name your stuff. I named my horse Artax.
Oh.
From the Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Just
Of course you did.
I am.
Of course you did. Whether there
Because I'm going to cry when the horse dies.
What other famous horse in the 80s would you ever name it after? I don't know of another famous horse in the 80s.
No. But yeah, so I'm riding around Artax.
If anybody knows... Actually, I don't think there's anybody listening who would know why I would name my horse. Dave, and Dave doesn't listen to the show, but if Dave was listening to the show, he would know that I named my horse Secretariat. And having nothing to do with the horse who's actually named Secretariat.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with an old late-night talk show that's not even on the air anymore.
Was it Craig Ferguson?
Adored, yes. That I adored. And so that's exactly what I would give the name to my horse, which I haven't even gotten to that part yet where you name a horse.
I first named, the first horse that I got, I named it Ted. No, Teddy. I don't know why. I'm just like, you know what, horse Teddy.
Okay.
And I was going around and,
Here, Teddy.
Yeah, some bounty hunters were after me and they killed the horse. Then they killed me right afterwards.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, man. Then I, respawned and, no horse. I'm like, no, this was the, the...
Apparently horse deaths,
Yeah.
not horse death.
Horse death?
Horse deaths are permanent in the Red Dead Redemption.
Well, because, this was the pre-order bonus horse. Which is, the nicer.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Really?
no, this was the nicer horse.
When do you get that horse?
When you go to the stables.
Okay. In the camp?
No, in Valentine.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that.
A lot of roaches, yeah. From Witcher 3. But so I'm like, oh man, this was the better horse. And so I went back and I could get another one, but I'd already maxed out my, my goodwill with the horse where it's bonded and everything. So I had to rebond with the new one. So I named him Teddy 2.
Wow.
And just so that way I was like, I'm just going to keep a track of, how many Teddies I go through. But then I got Artax, and I'm like, nope, I'm got Artax.
Yeah, so here's your pre-order bonus that will not last long.
Well, it as long as you don't, play stupid and rack up $100 some odd,
When does that ever
$150 bounty, and bounty hunters are coming after you. Then,
When has that ever happened?
Actually, like I think the first time, like my first horse that died, not Teddy, but like the horse before that, I was trying to jump onto
Pre-Teddy times.
Yeah, pre-Teddy times. I was trying to jump onto a train, right? And like I'm riding up, and I'm trying to jump on it, and the horse like sort of like its head sort of hit the train, and it just it went underneath. I'm like, oh, it was bad. I'm like,
jump
oh,
off,
no.
jump off the horse and onto the train.
Yeah,
right?
it didn't work. The horse died. I'm like, well, now I'm out of horse, and the train's already gone.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten my pre-order bonus horse yet. So
Go to, like I said, go to the stable in Valentine. You'll be able to pick up there. Go to the gunsmith in Valentine. That's where you can get like the volcanic pistol and the other stuff.
All the stuff from your pre-order.
Yeah, the varmint rifle is really good to have for hunting, like for like the smaller animals.
Yeah.
Plus, you could put a scope on it, and that was also nice.
All right. Well, cool. That tells you how far into the game I am, man. Which is
I'm the same way. I know some people that one of the guys I work with, he's like, "Oh, I'm on chapter 6 or so." And I'm like,
That's a long way off, yeah.
Yay! I'm just in. I'm going to be in chapter 2. I'll do an occasional mission in chapter 2, but I'm more just enjoying the world. Just like roaming around and seeing things. Come up across bad guy camps and like, all right, I like the challenges like they had in the first one. Like the one that I'm kind of like trying to work on now is like I gotta kill 3 people with throwing knives within 10 seconds. So I'm
how fast is his throwing on?
Well, it's not bad. It's just when they're running around after like the first guy that you hit, and they all start freaking out and run different directions. You're like chasing them around, trying like, hey, come back here.
3 throwing knife kills in 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah. I had like a different one, the sharpshooter. I think it was sharpshooter or hunting. One of them was like on top of a train, kill 5 birds. But every time I got on a train, that's when like started getting a bounty because I'm on top of the train.
On top of the train.
And so,
therefore, he must be robbing it. So
yeah, that's exactly what it was. So eventually, I was just like, you know what? I'm just like pop, 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 shooting some birds. People coming after me, I jump off and go.
Well,
Deadeye with the knives.
Yeah.
I didn't think about Deadeye with the knives.
Isn't that like bullet time?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Exactly like bullet time.
Okay.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to hit a lot of this news that we've got. I mean, by the way, just to give you an idea where I am in Spider-Man, is I just unlocked the Oscorp research stations.
Okay.
So now I'm going to be doing those.
Those were all right.
They seem tedious, but I'm going to be doing those.
Some of them can
Some
be.
of them,
Some
yeah.
of them can be. Especially
fish
the
spray.
that was one, but no, I'm talking about the smog one.
Oh yeah, the smog one.
You have to swing through the smog.
Through the smog.
but you have to
I've
be
already
at
done that
certain,
one,
You
yeah.
have to be at certain levels, and that was.
I've already done that one. Anyway, we'll be back with more of in-game chat here in just a moment. We've got music here from, I was looking at the list of like what released in October, and this thing came up that said Astrobot Rescue. I was like, I don't know what this is. Let me look it up. It turns out it's that stupid PlayStation VR bot that you get whenever you get to play around with the bots.
Okay.
I say PlayStation VR, but it's also one of the first things you did with the PlayStation camera with the
Playroom.
control, the Playroom. Yeah. So anyway, this is music from Astrobot Rescue. It's called 12 Bar Bot. We'll be back with more of in-game chat after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. Music from...
I know. I've
Go
heard this
ahead.
a lot. This is from the Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
What's the name of it, though? Do you know the name of the
It's
track?
like menu system?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know where it comes in the game. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you just hear it throughout the game.
Legend of the Eagle Bearer?
Sure.
That's what it's called. So,
Is it
yeah.
an eagle or is it a bear?
The Eagle Bearer.
Bear. During the break, I was telling RJ about the thing that
That I
in
came
Red Dead.
across in Red Dead?
and like what more there is to it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Much more.
Yeah.
Don't tell me anything.
No.
Of course not.
No.
That music there brought to you by Quality Comics here in Montgomery. You can find them on the Eastern Boulevard.
That's Comics with an X.
Comics with an X. You can call them at 272-1787 if you're listening and you're out of town on the stream or something. You can call them at 1-800-548-3314. They're the South's largest vintage comic dealer. You can see that when you go to their website. There is a lot of vintage comics for you to look at and possibly buy. I know they were having another shipment of comics coming in. However, they've also got collectibles. And if you've got something in your house, comic book related, collectible related, I don't want to go Antiques Roadshow on this stuff, but anything like maybe some old baseball cards, or maybe, remember the, I don't know if you remember, the Marvel cards?
I remember those.
I had Batman cards back in the day.
Those would work.
They're not Marvel, but
Marvel
Garbage Pail
Marvel
Kid
Universe.
cards.
oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. I have
Those. You can take those in, and they'll kind of give you an idea of like, here's what these are worth, or here's what we can do with those. If you've got comic books that are, that do have a pretty good value associated with them, you can take them to Quality Comics, and they will actually get them. I don't want to say sealed, but stored properly, I guess.
If you just happen to be sitting on an Action Comics #1,
And then it's probably stored the way it needs to be stored. However,
Yeah.
if you do find something that you think this might be of some value, you can take it there. If they give you a good assessment of that, they can actually have that done to where it'll be, vacuum sealed and everything else, and
Yep.
saved for future generations.
Yeah, maybe get the thing graded. Get you a...
Yeah, exactly. Graded is what I was. There's a word I
Yeah.
was looking for.
Yeah, get it graded.
I
Get
wish
you a
I
9
could-
Get you a 9.5 or whatever.
I wish I could get that DeLorean, go back and get like the original Action comic or the the Detective Comics with Batman, and just like keep that mint.
So, Gray's Sports Almanac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
Gotcha. This is exactly what you're doing. I mean, why not just go back to what was it, a couple of Tuesdays ago, and get the winning lottery numbers or whatever?
That's not nearly as Superman-y.
Here's the interesting thing. So if you do, this is completely not game related. This has now thrown something into my hand.
Not the first time. Definitely won't
We
be the last.
tangent.
Somebody else, I was talking this with somebody else the other day, and not necessarily this, but it was another time travel thing. Do you get jet lag from time travel? Do you know? I mean, obviously we don't know, but do you get jet lag from time travel?
You're not traveling on a jet.
If the time travel is the effect of where you can set the time that you want, and by time I mean not necessarily the year and the date, but the year, the date, and the time of day that you will arrive, future, past, whichever. Possibly there's a way to avoid that, since it's just like, I want to arrive at whatever this point at this time.
Just different date.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's interesting, though. I was curious about that. But as opposed to on the lottery thing, if we look at past lotteries, we know the winning numbers from the past lotteries, which means somebody won those. If we go back in time and pick the right winning numbers, that doesn't mean that the person who won it is not going to win also. They're also going to have the same winning numbers as you.
Yeah.
So you will have to split a pot.
Yeah, typically when the pot gets too big, it's almost always
A
two
split,
or three,
yeah.
2 or 3 winners.
But from what we
Yeah.
understand on this last one that won, I think it was just one person that got it.
No, I think it was 2.
Was it 2?
I think it was more than 1.
I don't want the lottery curse, so I wouldn't go for the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in looking at, there are a lot of dang near horror stories.
Yes.
Well, at people who won the lottery, man.
Yep.
What if you went? Okay.
Yeah.
I love
We're going there. We're going there.
Case
Come on.
in point. Look up a dude named Abraham Shakespeare. Look what he went through when he won the lottery.
Abraham Shakespeare. He's got 2 old names.
Yes.
That guy's got 2 old names. Abraham and Shakespeare.
His middle name's Ulysses.
Right? Got really old names. So if you go back into, so you have the winning lottery numbers, right? You go back in time. You don't want the curse of the lottery. So you tell a friend of yours, like, here, pick
Split
these.
it.
Pick these numbers. I think you should go with these numbers. Hey, and then they give you a little bit, right?
What if they don't, though?
Well, if they don't, you just go back in time to the
and punch them
previous.
in the face?
Nah, you go back in time to the previous lottery.
I know what this is for. You don't.
I'm just saying, you've got a list of all the winning lottery numbers. You go back in time and tell it to a friend who's going to split it with you. As soon as you get the money, go back in time to the next one. And then, like, do it again, and then do it again, and do it again.
Instead of lottery numbers, I would do more the Forrest Gump invest in Apple route.
Right, you could do that as well.
That would be more, financially secure for me, as opposed to now everyone's knocking on your door because you're a lottery winner, as opposed to, like, I just invested well.
But if you,
That's
so
what I would. I would do the
completely off topic,
off rails.
You go back in time, you do that, you invest in Apple.
Yes.
Do you start from that point, or do you then travel back to the present? And can you? Or do you have to now live out your days knowing these things and waiting for this thing to accumulate to what it's going to be?
I would almost want to live out my days in the past.
Of course you would.
That'd
Especially
be
for the
awesome.
Apple stuff. It puts you right in your
right
where you need to be.
Want to be with that? Oh, God,
It's
no
right in your
internet, no
wheelhouse.
cell phones.
But Star Wars is the biggest thing, and 80s is coming up.
Oh my gosh!
And
relive the '80s again? That would be yeah. I would finally be able to go see an Oingo Boingo concert.
My question being is that if you did travel back in the past, so you are you, and you travel back in the past, you invest in Apple in your previous past life, self, whatever, and then travel ahead, what has kept you from making a bonehead thing of saying, like, this thing's not doing anything, because Apple really didn't do anything until much later. But you had to be invested into it at that time to do
what
anything.
if, like, all right, past you, right? Because, like, you have your prime you that went back, right?
Right.
Then you have the past you, which is, like, 8-year-old you.
Right.
Would not know about the Apple investment. Because I wouldn't tell myself, hey, kid, I'm you in, like, 40 years. And you're like, oh, that's what I look like? Ugh. No, it'd be like, he wouldn't know until
But what's
later.
kept him from not doing anything stupid with it? What's kept
But
you
if he
from
didn't
not
know about it.
That's true.
And then, like, you get the random Marty McFly guy, like, hey, here's the letter, and you open it up, like, oh, I wrote myself a letter to be here at this day to tell me I now have millions of dollars from Apple. Yeah.
There's a whole. I love talking about this. There's a whole.
I'm wondering, right? If we're going to go down this route real quick, so
It hasn't been a real quick route.
If you go back in time, right, to when you were still alive, like for me, like if I were to go back in the '80s,
right,
and commit a crime,
because you're there, you're alive.
I'm there, I'm alive. I was alive throughout all the '80s. But if I go back and commit a crime, and they get my fingerprints, right, and they're like, oh, we got a hit on the fingerprints, and they go to me like as 5-year-old, 8-year-old me. I'd get away with it because, like, there's obviously no way this young kid was this adult who, left the fingerprint. See, you could get away with stuff.
I don't know that you could.
Really? I mean, because, like, obviously, a preteen isn't knocking over banks.
What kind of life have you given yourself now when your fingerprints have been at the crime scene of something?
They just chalk it up as, mistaken fingerprints.
I don't know.
I would guess.
I don't know. Do they? Or do they just constantly be like, he's sketchy?
This 8-year-old kid is sketchy? No, man.
Or they
because,
just keep,
like, at that, I mean, depends
but
on
they
what
kept
time
an eye
it was.
on you.
I would have been living in
Your
another
parents
country.
are now paranoid about you because they're like, why was and so they put you in, they shelter you.
But if you do it smart, right, when you're
your
like,
whole life would change.
But, like, all right, you lived most of your life here in Alabama, right?
Right.
So if you rob a bank in, like, California or somewhere else, obviously you're not there because you're a little teenager or preteen in Alabama, not in Sacramento, knocking over banks or Fort Deposit or, I mean, or, I don't know. I'm just...
All right.
Anyway, so video games.
Back to games.
Are fun.
Back to games, because we're getting into that territory where we could just keep doing this.
I would finally be able to beat Frogger. Or would I?
Why would you finally be able to beat Frogger?
Because it was so tough when I was growing up. I couldn't...
Oh, I was like, have you not beat it yet?
I haven't played it since the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, there really is no ending. It's just you do it, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. It's one of the That's the way 80s games operated back
Can you
then.
beat a board?
I think from the beginning it was worse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Could you get a frog in all 5 lily pads?
yeah,
Then you're good enough.
works for me.
So we got our first look at some Black Friday deals. And remember, I've been telling you since October, stop buying things if you want to get them at a cheaper price. And now we've gotten that. So there's some hardware gaming deals. So if you want to get a Switch, that sort of thing, they've got bundles with Mario Kart 8 for a Switch, $300. It's not a bad deal, but that's a little pricey for me. Let's look at the PlayStation 4. If you want to get the 1 terabyte console with Spider-Man, $200. Not a bad
That's
deal if
not
you're looking to get
bad.
back into this.
Right.
Spider-Man's on the list now. Red Dead is out. You want to do you want to go back to console gaming if you'd gone for a while or haven't? You can jump right back in.
Is that the red special edition one?
It's not the Spider-Man
Okay.
console. No,
Okay.
it is just it's a bundle, and these
Okay.
are at Target, by the way.
Okay. That one was a pro, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
red. Okay,
yeah.
the Spider-Man edition was a pro.
And by the
Okay,
way,
it's
these
pro.
are not pros. These are just the 1 terabyte console.
Oh yeah, if it was $200, yeah.
A PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Oh, those are wireless controllers. Let's see. PlayStation VR bundle with the camera, 2 Move controllers, and 2 not very big games. Super Hot is in there, which is really cool, but not a big title.
I'm always interested in the PlayStation controls because when they go on sale, it's not that often. Because what is it, $65 for a PS4 controller now?
Yeah.
65. Yeah,
Which on the day of Black Friday you can get it for 40.
yeah, for $40.
Yeah.
yeah.
PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So yeah, PlayStation VR will be $250. That comes with a camera and 2 Move controllers. It also, the ad notes that all PSVR bundles will be $100 off on Black Friday. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which hasn't been out for very long, is getting a $15 reduction. You can pick it up for $45, which isn't much. $35 games, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which we talked about.
Worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of these from Target will probably mirror Best Buy and other places. They usually do. Forza Horizon 4 on Xbox One, which just came out in October, $35. Sea of Thieves, which came out in May, $35. Little high
Still
for Sea
too
of
much
Thieves.
for that.
Needs to drop. Needs to really be just free, and then you
Yes.
just pay for the content you want from it.
Which is nothing.
Soul Calibur 6, $35 on PS4.
Still wouldn't have waited.
You said being human?
Huh?
Didn't you say?
Oh, Detroit?
Detroit
Yeah,
become
Detroit?
human.
No, that's not in the $35 range.
Oh, how much is that?
That's going to be in the $25 range.
25. Yeah.
Cha-ching.
$25, you can get Assassin's Creed Origins.
Well, where's this going to be at?
Target.
Just Target?
But this usually mirrors what you're probably going to see elsewhere. And when those come in, we're going to go over those as well. But God of War on PS4, $25. Far Cry 5, $25.
Tempting. God of War, by the way.
Yeah. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, $25 on Switch. Really good game. Detroit Become Human on the PS4, $25. There we go. I'll be
waited.
picking that up.
Yes.
I should have waited. Now that's one I should have waited on.
I know. Hey,
See, if I'm going to spend full price, I'm going to play it. You know, I would have. You know, if I would have gotten Detroit when you got it, I would have played it when I got it.
Yeah.
But that's one I knew. Like, hey, there's other stuff I do want to do it. So yeah.
in the $30 game range, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I enjoyed that one.
On PS4 will be $30.
I beat it. It was
What developed that? Square Enix?
yeah.
Were they mad about the numbers or something?
They're always
They were mad about the numbers on the first one.
Okay.
they're
But
always
then
mad about the
Microsoft, for the second one, Microsoft gave them money.
Yeah.
And they did the second one, and it was exclusive to Microsoft for a good 6 months or so. And then they released it for everybody else. And then they did a third one as well, because apparently they're like, oh, this is, all right, we'll do it. $15 games, Overwatch on PS4, Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Xbox One, Skyrim.
Still can't get into that.
What, Battlefront 2?
Overwatch.
Oh.
What else do we have?
You said Skyrim?
Skyrim on Xbox One will be $15. Doom on PS4, $15. The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2. Yeah, so some $15 games there. So that's what we've got so far for the Black Friday deals, and we're going to have more. I'm positive by the time we do this show next week, there will be more games to or deals to talk about. Best Buy is yet to release their ad. I was going to say Toys R Us. Walmart hasn't released anything. I want to say Kohl's released theirs, and they do have video games that you can pick up. So
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Kohl's, they do.
They had a fantastic bundle about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
That beat everybody else. It was one of those door busters you had to be there early for. I didn't need the console at the time, but it was a great deal on. I can't remember what system it was.
I want to say it was Microsoft system that they were offering.
But it was a really good deal.
I was thinking about it then, and I think the only reason I didn't try to go for it is the same reason I didn't go for any Xbox One deals now, because there still isn't enough in this library that I would enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a PS4, so you're covered on multi-plats.
Yeah.
So you're looking at just exclusives. And I would agree with you. You're fine.
Killer Instinct is the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that I would like to play for
Is that on
Xbox.
Steam?
What?
Killer
Killer
Instinct?
Instinct? No.
Okay.
No, it's a Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only one I can think of that I would
It
like
would
to
not
play.
be on Steam, but it could possibly get a
Microsoft, their
the Windows
games for Windows?
games for Windows, possibly. Possibly.
When I say Steam, I just meant that.
Yeah, something we talked about, but Xbox Game Pass is coming to PC now.
Okay.
Which means, which I figure means that they're probably gearing up to have a lot of. Something else that was in the news this week was that Sunset Overdrive got a PC rating. Originally, that was just an Xbox title.
Xbox exclusive, yeah.
From the same guys who did Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
And so now it's getting a PC rating, which kind of goes towards this whole Microsoft Game Pass thing, Xbox Game Pass thing for the PC. So,
Did you talk about PS Plus games we're getting?
no, but I've got it. Well, we got the PlayStation Classic. We got the full list
Yeah.
of what's going to be on the little tiny PlayStation.
It looks so cute.
Did I have? Let's see. There's the games with there's Microsoft's version. Where is
Only one game that interested me in the PlayStation Plus, and I already have it.
Well, I don't. Doesn't look like I've got. Let me see if I can get that. Because I would like to.
I'm trying to remember
that.
what those two free games were for PlayStation Plus.
I only know of the two, which was Bullet
Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition?
And
Yakuza.
and Yakuza.
Right? Yeah.
Yakuza, that's
Kiwami.
right. Kiwami, yeah. The one we've already got, so
Yeah. So
For Xbox, we're getting Battlefield 1. Then we're getting Race the Sun, and then on the Xbox 360 sides, which are backwards compatible with Xbox One, Assassin's Creed and Dante's Inferno.
which Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, the original.
Yeah, I'm not Assassin's Creed.
I say, Race the Sun.
That one's tough to go back to.
Race the Sun. How old is that game? I mean, it's just not being offered for
Yeah, it's just
offered for free.
Well, Battlefield 1's a year old, and of course, then you go back even further. Assassin's Creed and Dante's Inferno, that goes even further back.
Yeah.
I was thinking about playing that again on PS3. Dante's Inferno.
I don't have. They don't have a. If anybody's got a list on that PlayStation, on the PlayStation Plus games for.
I mean, other than those two for the PS4, I think the PlayStation 3 games are like mini games. Jackbox is one of them.
Yeah, I mean we're getting to the point. Remember, come April they're going to drop
done
that. Yeah,
for the Vita and the PS3.
it's only going to be PS4 titles that we get.
Yeah.
Now for the PlayStation Classic that comes out this December, and I can't remember what day that comes out.
I'm actually kind of looking at that guy.
December 3rd, so a month from today.
It'll be weird though playing like some of these games without the DualShock though.
Yeah, I know there is no DualShock with this, which is interesting. The full list: Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2,
That was a fun one.
which I really wish you get some SSX, but I realize that's not a. While it was like only on PlayStation, well, it was on PlayStation 2. It wasn't on regular PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of was Jetmoto.
Jetmoto was
Okay.
that was on
Yeah.
PS1.
Yeah. Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7, Grand Theft Auto.
The original.
The original.
Yeah.
Top down.
Yeah. Intelligent Cube,
Yeah.
Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah.
Mr. Driller.
See, Metal Gear Solid is the reason why I think you need the DualShock.
Mm.
Because when that game came out with DualShock, that was like one of the first DualShock
Yeah.
supported games.
Yeah.
And when the DARPA guys like having the heart attack and like your controller's vibrating, I mean, now we just take that for granted. But at the time, that was like, oh wow, it's in tune with him
Yeah.
like freaking out. You're like, whoa, what's going on
You
here?
ratcheted up the suspense and intensity in there.
Completely.
Psycho Mantis when you had to deal with
Oh
him.
yeah,
That thing.
I wonder how you're gonna. I wonder how the Psycho Mantis fight's gonna be in this.
Yeah.
Because you won't.
More than likely, they haven't changed anything. It's
Yeah,
probably
but you're
just
not
a
going to
port.
have
CD
the
case.
CD case to figure out.
Is that? I mean, how long did it take you to realize he was talking about the CD
turn
case
on
the game came in
Exactly.
for you to look on the back of that thing?
Yeah, like, oh, there it is. Or like when Psycho Man's like just plug it into the other port.
That's what I felt for folks who bought it used and didn't have a case come with it.
Oh yeah,
You were just stuck.
The other games: Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey,
great game,
classic, Rayman,
good one.
the Resident Evil Director's Cut,
Oh, good one.
Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4,
Ridge
Ridge
Racer.
Racer.
Rotterdam
It's Ridge
Nation.
Racer. God.
Rotterdam Nation wasn't that one, wasn't it? Or some variation of it.
In Ridge Racer?
Yeah,
I have
4.
no idea.
One of the soundtrack. One of my favorite tracks in Ridge Racer is Rotterdam Nation.
Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo,
Yay!
Can never
Great,
go wrong there.
great,
Friend
great
Tester.
game. Yes.
Siphon Filter, another good one. Tekken 3, another good one. Rainbow Six,
Back when it was a tactical shooter.
Twisted Metal, the original, and Wild Arms. So a really good little list of games here for the PlayStation Classic.
And is it hackable?
Right.
See,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the controller port is USB.
It is.
So then could you possibly put in your PlayStation 4 controller into the USB and then use the Rumble
Is it
feature?
you? Wait a second. Maybe it's not. Let me look at the picture here.
See, that's what I'm curious about.
Come on. Load up.
Because
your
obviously you're not
videos
going to have the
here.
memory cards, which is
Yeah.
wonderful.
They don't look to be USB.
Oh, is it going to be some proprietary...
No. I mean, look here.
Because if you could use your PS4 controller for it, yeah, it might have to be wired. I mean, but still, If
Hang on. It might be... Huh.
Because if it's a port of Metal Gear, then you should be able to use the DualShock. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Sorry for the all caps. Trying to look here to see. I can't tell. It's hard for me to tell which if it is or not.
What type of hookup it is? Yeah.
I mean, it's made to look like the original hookup,
Where it's the bigger...
right? But that can be deceiving. That can just be
Yes.
done that way, and it could still be USB. I really cannot tell in this, and if there's an image of them.
Yeah, the actual design console, it's the PlayStation 1, not the original PlayStation, correct?
Yeah.
Where it's the more rounded, not
Okay.
hard.
Okay. Yeah, they look to be USB. I'm looking at a shot here of the system, and while it's cut out to look like the big fat
Yeah.
plug-ins,
The actual plug is still embedded as a USB.
yeah, the actual plug-in looks to be a USB.
Yeah, it's just an
Oh,
aesthetic.
no, the PlayStation 1 Classic is the original PlayStation, not the PS1. Okay.
Okay.
The original PlayStation had their slim version,
Yeah.
and it was that softer, rounded.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's not that. This is the square.
No, this is the
I mean,
original.
the
This
original.
is the first one. Yeah, yeah.
Just weird that. I wonder what. I mean, all right, yeah. When you hold the original PlayStation controller after not holding it after so long, it feels so incredibly light.
Tiny
Especially-
too, right?
Yeah, tiny and light. Because I remember when it came out, it was kind of like revolutionary. It's like, oh, this feels good. This handles good. This is amazing. And they just got better and better and better.
Yeah.
And their controllers did.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think a lot of people now we're used to a little more weight on our controllers. That when people are going to get this, they're going to be like, oh, this thing is like you're holding air.
Yeah, it's like if you picked up a Sega Genesis 6 button controller right now.
Yeah.
Like that thing.
Sorry.
This is about the size of a smartphone.
Which
One of those big ones, one of the Samsung smartphones.
it wasn't.
But it's not as heavy as that.
It wasn't until years later that I found out that the Sega Genesis 6-button controller could plug into an Atari.
Yeah, good.
And
Now that I think about the way the controller looks, the little
ports,
pegs, the pegs in there,
it could plug into an original Atari, and you could play Like, because the original Atari controller is like one of the worst ever created. I mean, for its time, whatever, but it's the one button, that crazy stick that was always just uncomfortable holding. But,
It had no give in it.
Yeah. So to be able to actually, like, have something that feels good in your hands, playing on the original Atari, worth it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take another break, and then when we come back, we will have one final segment here to run down a ton of news that we're going to try and cover very, very quickly.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to have to disagree with Lethal Migraine saying the N64 controller was superior.
Why
That is just lies. Lies,
Sure.
lies.
Enjoy having a disagreement with Lethal Migraine on
Sorry,
on
buddy.
Chatter. Go ahead. Not to say he's not fun to have a disagreement with. I'm just saying you cannot change this man's mind.
No, but no, that was just straight up the worst controller in the history. I'd rather have a Duke in my hand than that abomination of
Still
controller.
got a Duke somewhere in the house. As we go to break, here is music from, or at least so the YouTube video told me, this was music from Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the main menu theme thing, whatever. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat.
This is
Sounds like
festive.
Nintendo.
It is Nintendo. Let me tell you, if you hear a beat with some Kenny G laid over it,
You got the big end.
9 times out of 10, it is
it's
Nintendo.
Nintendo. This is from another October release, Super Mario Party
Okay.
for the Switch.
Party. Fitting.
Yeah, Super Mario. Like, there's always been Mario Party. It's been Mario Party 1 through 15.
Infinity.
You know?
Yeah.
But then there's Super Mario Party, which is a lot like Smash Brothers Ultimate, which is like, let's put everything into this one.
Yeah.
You know? It makes me wonder what they're going to do for the next
How they
console.
how they going to follow that up?
Right? Like, Smash Brothers Ultimate is, I don't know what they're going to do.
Add more characters.
Street Fighter, name it.
Brothers Infinity and go even more with it.
Super
next time they
Alpha
do it?
EX plus Turbo.
Well, yeah. I'm not thinking about the name. I'm thinking about the content. And I'm just thinking they're going
Right.
to add more characters. Maybe kick it up
Waluigi?
to... maybe, yeah. If that,
Eventually?
If that plant can get in there before he does.
Right.
Wow.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
So let's do some numbers here, some number crunching. Not really number crunching, it's just some sales. That's all we're looking for. Nintendo has revealed that the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, those consoles have passed a combined global sales of 10 million units.
That's a lot of units.
And they've all been hacked.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo real quick, didn't they announce Diablo?
That released Friday.
Yeah, that released Friday?
Yeah.
I heard there was some hubbub.
There wasn't on that one. You're thinking of something else. We're going to go into that.
Okay.
That release was not the hubbub, but I'll tell you about it.
All right. It's been a long couple
I
of days.
think it was mentioned in the chat room as well.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
It's been a long couple of days.
But also, PlayStation 4, it was announced that Sony revealed that the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro combined have sold 86.1 million units.
That's a lot of units.
Yes. That's over the lifetime of the system.
And I did my part.
Yep. So did I, a few times. Some game numbers for you.
What about Xbox? Do you have...
That was Sony released that. Xbox did not release any numbers. Usually if their numbers aren't that great.
They're not going to say?
Usually if you're not in the lead of this sort of thing,
you don't brag?
You're not bringing anything out. Yeah. You're not doing anything like that. You don't give them any ammunition.
Is that third console curse?
Yeah, likely. Let's see. Sony's games profits for quarter 2 went to 65% over the prior year, of course, from Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. In fact, it drove that whole thing. The 65% increase was all due to the Spider-Man release. It sold 2.
You mean Spider Cop?
Boo.
2.17 million digitally in September were the Spider-Man sales.
Wow.
Excuse me. Oh, wait, let's see what we got here. According to Super Data, whatever that is, players spent $1.24 billion on digital games in September. Spider-Man was the second most popular item with an estimated 2.17 million units in digital sales.
What was the first?
Minecraft.
Maybe Fortnite. It's not showing me.
I really like digitals for the most part, other than physical copies.
Mm-hmm.
This is already more than God of
opposite.
War, and the data does not include
You're the
codes bundles
Yeah.
with consoles.
I like the physical disc in my hand.
See, Steam has spoiled me for it, where, having my library digitally, I like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
That's not the only game responsible for this surge in spending.
Okay.
Destiny 2 Forsaken
Yeah.
was the top-selling item digitally during the month on both consoles. An estimated 60% of Destiny 2's monthly active users bought Forsaken in September. Wow. Which, by the way, if you're a PC user, Destiny 2 is completely free for you until November 18th. Yeah.
Then after November 18th?
You got to pay for it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you already have it? Does it stay free?
You'll get a special emblem or something in the game.
Okay.
For already owning it. Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about Forsaken. I'm just talking about the base game.
Just the base game.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you've got a PC. Why not? Why not go ahead and sign up for a Blizzard account, put it on there, and just get it? That way it's there. You've got it, and you only won't have to buy it. Of course, by the time you get around to it, it'll be free with probably the expansions by the time you get
by the time I get to it, yeah.
It'll be packed in with Destiny 3 by the time you get around to it.
Yeah.
The other, let's see, what else do we...
Base game for keeps.
Yeah, as far as, yep,
That's
exactly.
I guess what I was trying to go at. Like, if you pick it up, will you be able to keep...
Yeah, Destiny 2 made more on consoles than Fortnite and Spider-Man.
Really?
That is amazing to me. And I love Destiny, but that is amazing that more people bought that.
Didn't sound right to you, did it?
No, it did not.
No.
I wonder if it helped that they gave it free for last month's PS Plus.
That's right, it was free.
And that's what got people hooked, and they're like, let me get the Forsaken.
October or September when Destiny 2 was given for free for PlayStation Plus members.
It was probably it might have been September.
Yeah.
Which, if they did that, good job on them, because then it's like, oh, here's this game I'm playing for free.
Oh, hey, there's more stuff
Forsaken?
now.
I'll go ahead and buy that.
Yeah.
Not a bad
I had
idea.
a coworker that did that. He was like, I started playing, I enjoyed it, so I bought all the expansions.
Which is when I think I said before, this is when I should have bought Destiny 2 when the expansion comes out, because that's exactly what I did with the first Destiny.
Yeah.
Wait until the Taken King came out, then I got into Destiny.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. BlizzCon is going on, and that's where that came from, is that you can get the Destiny 2 going on for free. At BlizzCon, it was announced that Warcraft 3 is getting a remaster.
I enjoy Warcraft 3.
I never played it, but it's getting a remaster, and a lot of people like that. It's probably the announcement that they should have ended on.
Okay.
Instead of doing one more thing and revealing that a game called Diablo Immortal is being released for mobile devices. This is what got them the backlash. This is what got them booed at their own event. This is the Valve artifact reveal for Blizzard. Whenever they revealed the artifact and everybody was waiting for this thing, and then it's like, artifact, card game. And everybody said, oh.
The Skyrim, the umpteenth edition.
I think people would be fine with a Skyrim Upteenth edition, but not revealed as a closeout to the show.
Yeah.
They revealed this, and it is just you can look at the Q&A, and from what I understand, Blizzard is...
One guy asked a question like, is this a joke? Or
is this an out-of-season
April
Fool's joke?
Yeah, he's like, no, we're serious about this. And like, you almost hear the sad trombone playing.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get this thing.
So let me get this straight. Diablo on mobile phones.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this. Hang on.
And maybe I'm just in the minority. Oh, pulling it up.
I can play this.
Okay.
Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this just strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Did you notice during that explanation, he kept saying the current plan at this moment, giving himself leeway because based on the reaction, this has to come to PC or something eventually.
Season April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been. Yep.
I'm sorry, but
not been good for them.
Yeah, maybe I'm in the minority on this, but I've just never seen my phone as a major
for
gaming
certain types of games.
Things.
It gets even. I won't say it gets even worse, but you can find videos on Twitch and elsewhere where somebody has another mobile game open on their screen, and then they keep switching back and forth to the gameplay they showed from the Diablo thing, and it's really, really identical. The layout and the way that everything looks, it looks like it's just kind of reskinned from something else.
Yeah.
Which might get them into a bit of trouble. I don't know, unless whatever he was looking at was something they've already owned or they've already done. Then whatever they're using here looks to be something very, very similar to something that's already out there on the market. And we know mobile games are very much a clone's paradise. Like, here, this is my game version of this thing.
Yeah.
For every one Candy Crush you get, there's like 1,000 other Crush the Candies or
Candy Rush.
Crusher or Candy Rush or anything that's something very similar to try and grab onto that piece
Candy Kush.
Right? Yeah. So I can see that being the case, but since this is a game that's already out there, and then Blizzard's doing this, they're going to be the ones to come under fire of being the clone, depending on what it is. So yeah, that was.
I just don't have a desire to play. I love Diablo 1, 2, 3. Played them all, enjoyed them all.
I'm really curious about getting the one for the Switch.
I could see the Switch more, even though that is somewhat of a handheld, portable, weird hybrid console.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see that more than just on my phone.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I never played the game, but I have seen a lot of people have fun with it.
Yeah,
I've seen it. So it does look like a fun game, but yeah, that doesn't look like something I would enjoy on.
It's also getting
Android.
a Loot Demon amiibo. Which
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about.
I think the ball boils to controlling that thing on the phone. I mean, touch screen. I've just never. It's iffy.
Somebody put up
a
a controller. The controller mapping for the Joy-Cons, which I would never use. I'd just use the Pro controller. Mm-hmm. But somebody put up the mapping for the Joy-Con use, and
convoluted.
I mean, whoever's job that was to map controls to the stupid Joy-Con. Good luck, sir. Yeah. Congratulations on getting through that. I'm sure it was not easy to get that done.
We're talking hot garbage.
That's just a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff on there to try and map to that.
To a limited number of buttons. Because it comes from an entire keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah.
That's what, Diablo has been.
Okay, how many total buttons you got on a Joy-Con?
I don't know.
12. Isn't that 12 about the average?
There's the thumb pad, the 2 at the top, the 4 on the side, or the 4 on the other side.
4 face buttons?
Yeah, there's 4 face buttons, let's see, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I think a trigger underneath, so that'd be maybe 9.
Okay.
Maybe 9 total buttons.
Yeah.
But,
maybe, I'm just...
That's the thing about, like, going from a PC game to, porting it to a console. Like, when you're used to having an entire keyboard at your disposal, plus a mouse, and remapping anything you want, it can make it interesting.
So it's like when I first played Max Payne.
Everybody
was playing it on a PC.
Yeah.
I saw all of you playing it on a PC, and then I saw it come out on PS2 or 360. And
and you're like, and you look at the controllers, you're like, wow, this is kind of a hot mess of, all right.
Yeah, but at a given time, you get used to it, so I can see that. But you don't see that happening with Diablo on a Joy-Con for that.
I don't intend to ever use the Joy-Cons to play that. The Joy-Cons are there because you can play couch co-op with it, because you can slide the 2 Joy-Cons off, give that to whoever's with you, and they can play with you while you're, just sitting together and playing it. That seems a little bit confusing, though, because what if you've got to go into your menu? Do you have to wait for the other person to do that? I don't know how it works. I don't ever intend to use it that way. I intend to go online and play, with other people or do, however it's played. But I don't intend to do that anytime soon. This is a game that I can see kind of coming down in price in a few months or something. I have no intention of playing that right now.
Play it on the PC?
I did. I still have it on the PC, yeah.
So you're just like me, used to using that mouse, rolling, zooming around.
Yes, it's been forever.
Yeah.
So I know I didn't play it with a controller on the PC.
No.
So, yeah. I forgot some sales numbers here. The second biggest entertainment launch in history, behind their very own game, was Red Dead Redemption 2. It came in second place in history with $725 million made in 3 days. That is only behind the $1 billion in revenue during the same time period from Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'm sure Rockstar's not hating that one bit.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, yeah, it was the second largest entertainment launch in history. Of all entertainment mediums, the second largest. Only behind another video game, which is also Rockstar.
Yep.
Do you recall people flooding the game stores for Grand Theft Auto like they did with Red Dead Redemption? Because I can't recall that.
Well, they did a midnight release, so I wasn't there
for
Grand Theft Auto 5. I was not there for a midnight release of that game. I know I picked it up, and I can't remember where I picked it up or where. I can't remember how I got that game. Did I Redbox that game?
I don't remember.
Did I don't fly that game?
Because I don't think I got it at launch myself either. So
I didn't get it at launch.
Yeah.
I saw someone else playing it, and I'm like, hey, oh, yeah, this came out. Hey, can I
This is the thing. I don't have an owned copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 in my library.
Really?
So I rented it. I don't think I bought that game.
I have it on PC and console.
I think I rented it of some sort. I think I GameFly'd that.
Okay.
I don't know. What year did that come out?
2013.
Is Blockbuster still a thing in 2013?
No, I remember I was in Virginia. I mean Maryland at the time when it came out.
I really don't remember. I do remember playing it, and I did beat it. But I know that I don't have a copy of that game at the house. I don't, not at all. And I didn't buy it digitally. It was not really too much of an option in 2013, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
You don't recall trade. You don't trade your games in for.
I don't do hardly any of that.
So it must have been a trade or a
See,
Redbox
I feel
or
like it's a
something,
Redbox or a GameFly.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I had it at GameFly, I did the thing, and I sent it back.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
GameFly?
Yeah.
Sure is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still paying them. I need to stop. I need to stop. There's
When's
a
the
lot of
last
things,
time you used them?
There's a lot of things I need to stop paying for. When was the last time I used them?
Yeah.
Woof.
What year?
Look up the release of... Now I can't remember the name. It was a roller coaster game on Xbox One. Scream something?
Scream Machine?
No. Xbox One, Scream. Scream Rides?
Scream
Scream
Factory?
Ride. Scream Ride.
Oh, Scream Ride. Okay.
Yeah, look at the... Well, never mind. I've already looked it up.
Uh,
March 3rd, 2015 was the initial release date.
okay.
So it's been since 2015 since I've used them.
That's not terrible.
3 years? I've been paying for them for 3 years?
And I'm sure they appreciate your patronage.
God. Anyway, we need to go. Before I get even more depressed about what I've been doing with my money. Whatever. There's plenty of things I could go in. That's another thing about time travel and whatever. I'd love to talk about that. How I spend.
Go back in time. Just cancel this one.
I bought $35 worth of discounted Halloween candy.
It's a lot of candy.
Well, it's not like I'm going to sit there and just eat it all day.
Which type of candy?
I just,
You get some Snickers.
yeah, it's the Snickers and the Three Musketeers and the
Good quality stuff.
Not
Okay.
like
Off-brand.
no name wrapper thing that you unwrap and it's like a wad of something you put in your mouth. It's not,
Oh, yeah, well, like those Reese's blobs. They call them trees, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'll do a Reese's, no problem.
oh yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone. We've got to go. We're way behind on this. So have a great weekend. Enjoy your week. We will see you next Saturday. Here's music from another October release. It's Mega Man 11.
I knew a Mega Man was going to be here somewhere.
Yeah, see you next week.